Welcome back, readers, YouTubers. Today I'm going to review a novel that I actually enjoyed. Yeah, a fantasy novel that I actually enjoyed. A Game of Thrones by George R.R. Martin. This novel is about a war that's taking place between 7 families within the kingdom of Westeros. They're all battling for the primary power-holding position in this kingdom, and it's a bloody, gruesome novel. There are 2 main reasons that I really enjoyed this novel. Number 1 is that it's not the typical fantasy novel. It's not that farm boy grows up to be a strong warrior and takes on the evil wizard to save all of humanity. It's not that fantasy story that's like 9 out of 10 fantasy books, right? That plot. Not here, folks. This is just a battle amongst families, and I really appreciated the fact that George R.R. Martin didn't try that same kind of basic template within this novel. The second reason that I really liked this one was the characters, and that's why I believe that it took off as a television series. These characters are gold. Jon Snow, the illegitimate bastard child. Everyone loves him that reads this book. All of the Stark family are very unique. These characters are real, and that's what really sets this novel apart. You can feel what the characters are feeling throughout this novel. One of the themes within this novel is choices. Hard choices. A lot of the characters here are forced to choose amongst things that they really care about. And it's gripping. It's really dramatic and gripping. One of the things that's super unique about this novel is the wall. The wall is a giant ice wall, many stories high, and the wall separates the kingdom of Westeros from a forest where demon-like evil creatures live. And that's where Jon Snow works in this novel. He works as a militant on the wall as part of the Night's Watch, a military group that protects Westeros from all kind of evil creatures. The novel actually opens up when they're on the other side of the wall, the dangerous side. And it really brings the novel to life right away. This novel is really good amongst fantasy novels because of the uniqueness of the plot, the great characters, the Lannister, Tyrion Lannister, if I'm saying that right, the little midget guy from the series. Brilliant, cunning, jerk-off of a character. Very well written. I just can't say enough about how well these characters are within this novel. Outside of that, I will say that the setting is kind of a typical setting, but what sets it apart is that plot. One thing of note here, this novel was written in 1996. It was published in 96. It didn't take off for 17 years as a fantasy television series. I bet R.R. Martin, in his wildest dreams, never imagined that it was going to take off and be one of the greatest fantasy epics of all time. And it's very deserving of it. I'm going to give this novel 4 stars out of 5. In order to give it 5, it just has to blow me away. And it didn't do that. But I will say that I enjoyed every page of this. It's a long novel. It's over 800 pages. It's a really brilliant read because of just the quality of the plot. It doesn't get boring. It doesn't drag at any part. Oftentimes with lengthy novels, it'll drag in the middle and the author takes forever to bring it back together. That is not the case with this novel. I enjoyed every page of this novel. I also intend to read number 2 and maybe even watch the television series. George R.R. Martin's A Game of Thrones. I love the war amongst all these families and all these unique characters coming together to battle amongst one another. Really great fantasy novel. 4 stars. I encourage you to read this one.